Hi there, everybody out there in YouTube land, all my subscribers, friends, even my enemies, if I have such any. Anyways, this is a video response to PreacherMan777, who had put out a video called "The Need to Be Right," which I found interesting. And on a cursory level, I found him interesting too, in certain respects. So, hi there, Mike. How you doing? Hope you're feeling better. Now, this idea I've already responded to in comments, but I'll reiterate it here in regards to the need to be right. That yes, most people feel the need to be right, and it can take different forms. So and it's not restricted to atheists. I've seen it among everybody, and it does serve a purpose. It does have survival value. If you regard it on a more baser level in terms of existence, survival, well, it depends on doing the right things, and the end of your existence can be caused by your being wrong. So, right and wrong do have a fundamental function in existence. I wanted to discuss the issue of hedging your bets in regards to belief in God. I want to see if I can approach it from a somewhat systematic stance, saying that you start from a certain premise, say there either is a God or there is not a God, and your approach to that would be, I'll say, three possibilities. One is on the stance that you have faith. Another is the stance that you have no faith, and another is the stance that you have fake faith, or you're pretending to believe in God. And well, the reason I say that fake faith issue is because I have no faith, and for me to say that I believe in God would be phony. I don't accept things without proof. That's how I define faith and belief, somewhat similar terms. And if you approach it from the standpoint of saying that you have faith and you have genuine faith, you actually do think that that is a valid means of acquiring knowledge and that you have knowledge of God, then you come to the point of there is a God. Then you, let's say, okay, I'm not going to define what God is. Let's just say from the standpoint of saying, if you have faith, you come to God, and God says, great, you have faith, you're in. And if you come to the point where there is no God and you have faith, then you've gained or lost nothing. If you, on the other hand, you have no faith and you come to the point where there's no God, you've gained or lost nothing. If you come to God and you have no faith, then you lose. Now, one more side. Let's say you come to the point where there is no God and you have fake faith, you've gained or lost nothing. I could question on that because I have difficulty with that aspect. But before I go into that, let me just step back and go into the one other position. And you say that there is a God and you have fake faith. You stand before God. Do you really think that God is not going to know that it's fake? Or have you ever thought that there was such a thing as fake faith? I pretend to believe, therefore I am saved. No, I don't think. Do you really think it works that way? If you think it doesn't work that way, where do you stand on this hedging your bets thing now? I mean, the purpose of hedging your bets is to avoid punishment and pain and torture and all that sort of stuff, right? I don't see that as a valid motivation. Not just that, now getting back to the other aspect I was talking about, if you pretend to have faith, you get into a whole can of worms with that one. If you have faith, I find faith is a difficulty because what you're basically doing is subverting your apparatus, your sensory apparatus. Just saying that this has just as much validity as my sensory apparatus in gaining and acquiring knowledge of existence. It gets to a point. I expect that it gets to a point where you can't distinguish one from the other. Where do you set the boundaries? I mean, faith, when it comes down to it, there is no way of distinguishing. If it's acceptance of something without evidence or proof, then all those things that have no evidence are also equally valid. So, which God? Which monster, which creature, which fairy tale, you go off into all kinds of directions. There is no ability to distinguish them unless you use this book, the Bible, but, why that? I mean, anybody can write any number of things. There's lots of different books, and older than the Bible. Okay, let's just keep it nice and simple. Let's just say that I do not pretend to believe in God for the sake of saving my eternal soul from damnation, for the simple reason that I think that if there was a God, and this God was the creator of everything, this God would have to be intelligent. After all, it is omniscient. It's supposed to know everything. If it is, I expect an intelligence. And expecting that intelligence means that when I come to it, it will understand my position. So it comes down to the point of, is God a reasonable God? I still have no faith. What do you think of the issue of fake faith? Do you think God would accept hedging your bets as a valid approach? Let me know what you think. Thanks for listening. Bye for now.